continues here on One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. Vice President Leni Robredo was warmly welcomed by Ilonggos today as she and her team go around Iloilo province for her campaign. Gerard de la Peña now reports to us live from Iloilo to give us more details. Gerard, good morning. Could you give us the latest?
Yes, Charles, following a very well-received visit in Cebu yesterday, the tandem of Vice President Leni Robredo and Senator Kiko Pangilinan is going around Iloilo province today to ask for the support from the Ilonggos for the May 9 elections. Well, even if it's a non-working holiday and it was very early, supporters have gathered as early as 7 a.m. in Oton, Iloilo, just to see and hear Robredo and her team. Present to welcome and express their support are Senator Franklin Drilon, Iloilo Governor Toto Defensor Jr., and Oton Mayor Karina Flores. In her brief remark, Robredo thanked the people of Iloilo for their support when she ran for Vice President in 2016, winning by a large margin in the province. She noted that since then, she and her team have been coming back to the province to do projects in various towns related to agriculture, education, and nutrition, among others. She said Ilonggos have made the right choice of leaders in the past, as evident in the progress that the province has made so far. But these elections, the Vice President together with Pangilinan are calling on Ilonggos to be vigilant, to be defenders of truth, and to help in fighting the spread of disinformation. Charles, aside from Oton, the tandem of Vice President Leni Robredo and Senator Kiko Pangilinan is going to various towns here in Iloilo, counting among them Ahuy, Concepcion, Pototan, Santa Barbara, among others. And later today, this day will end with a grand rally in Iloilo City, where the rest of the senatorial candidates are also expected to speak. And celebrities who have expressed their support for the tandem of Leni Robredo and Kiko Pangilinan are also expected to perform, counting among them former Eraserheads frontman Eli Buendia. Charles.
Thanks for that, Gerard, and stay safe. That was Gerard de la Peña reporting live from Iloilo. Aside from fighting misinformation, the Comelec partnership with Rappler also aims to establish an online portal which allows voters to find their precincts ahead of Election Day. This partnership, however, has raised a few eyebrows. Greg Gregorio with the details.
In every election day, among common scenarios is voters still looking for their assigned voting precinct. But this could be resolved by accessing your own data through Comelec's Precinct Finder. For now, this has yet to be put up on Comelec's website, but the poll body says it will be available soon and that it can also be accessed through online news site Rappler. Comelec Acting Chair Socorro Inting says this measure is included in their recently inked Memorandum of Agreement with Rappler for bolstered voter engagement.
Upang makamit ang mataas na voter turnout sa parating na halalan, puspusan ang pakikipagkapit-bisig ng ating Comelec sa mga lehitimong organisasyon upang paigtingin palalo ang ating public information campaign.
But how can voters be assured that their data will remain secured? Well, the Comelec was quick to assure the public that the system is secure and cannot be hacked.
The Precinct Finder will simply be a mirror of the Precinct Finder of the Comelec, which means that the mirrors will not have access to the actual databases. The databases will still remain within the confines of the Comelec's own servers, protected, of course, by the DICT's firewalls and other active defenses. So they will just be mirroring the search function.
Aside from this, the Comelec-Rappler partnership also intends to fight disinformation. However, the National Press Club of the Philippines has expressed dissent over this partnership. In a letter sent to Comelec, they described the partnership as a step in the wrong direction. The group believes that Rappler has a spotty record in disseminating truthful information, citing allegations of gross bias in their reporting. But on the other hand, the National Union of Journalists sees no problem with the Comelec-Rappler tandem as it is more focused on voter information. They even asked the National Press Club, why not partner with Comelec instead?
I don't think it's partisan in any way. If the concern is credibility, or if the concern is parang bias, they raise the issue of bias supposedly, then why not in quotations balance that by partnering with COMELEC as well, or by encouraging their member organizations or member journalists to partner with COMELEC as well.
Rappler meanwhile highlighted that this isn't their first time to partner with COMELEC. Rappler CEO Maria Ressa even noted their consistent nonpartisan position ever since the partnership started.
This isn't our first time. When Rappler was created in 2012, we began working with COMELEC. What is nonpartisan? Do you respond if it's wrong? Yes, you should. I think COMELEC has a tough job ahead, and we would love to help in any way we can. Our track record speaks for us.
The COMELEC has also stood in defense of Rappler.
There are people who question this partnership with Rappler. Yes, it's true, but we stood firm on our decision to partner with Rappler, because how else can we fight misinformation if we kept on believing other people who say that Rappler is spreading misinformation? So we provide the right information, so there is no way that with this partnership, the people will have the right information always.
For News 5, Greg Gregorio, we are One News.
Presidential aspirant Manila Mayor Isko Moreno continues his campaign sortie in vote-rich Cavite. To give us the latest, we have JC Cosico reporting on the line from Cavite. Good morning, JC. I understand that Mayor Isko has attended a town hall meeting with the residents of General Trias. Could you tell us what was said here?
Charles, the town hall meeting with residents of General Trias has yet to start, but as we speak, hundreds of supporters are here in covered court in Barangay San Francisco, and we are still awaiting the arrival of Manila Mayor Isko Moreno for the said town hall meeting. Now, supporters actually even brought placards with statements expressing support for the presidential bid. Now, following this, the Moreno-Ong tandem is expected to hold a motorcade along the streets of the city. Char.
Right, JC, who are some of the more notable people present, and are we expecting to see Doc Willie Ong?
Yes, Charles, Dr. Willie Ong is present for day 2 of the campaign sortie. Yesterday, he was absent because he has a scheduled interview. Now, also, we've seen the attendance of their Senate slate, Samira Guto, Carl Balita, and Jopet Season. Charles.
Right, so what does the rest of the schedule look like for today for Mayor Isko?
Charles, following the town hall event here in Barangay San Francisco, the Action Democratic slate is expected to hold a motorcade along the streets of General Trias, and by the weekend, they will attend the presidential and vice presidential debate hosted by CNN Philippines. Charles.
Thanks for that, JC. That was JC Cosico reporting live from Cavite. Journalist Marina Chankova details how she fled Ukraine capital Kiev amid the Russian invasion. Let's watch this.
In 20 minutes, we took all our stuff and begin our trip to Lviv. This morning, I woke up at 5 o'clock because I heard the sound of the bombs. First of all, I didn't understand what was happening. And I saw that my WhatsApp chat and Facebook scroll was just like firing, and everyone was writing just like, did you hear that? Did you hear that? And in this moment I understood that it was really bombs, and not only in my district, in the other districts of Kiev too. So I was with my mom, and in 20 minutes we took all our stuff and begin our trip to Lviv. My mom is driving now. So the Lviv is the western part of Ukraine. We hope that we will be safer there. I saw a lot of people were driving the cars, the full cars with the little babies with the cats, dogs, and full of stuff. Of course, there were great traffic jams outside the Kyiv, and the awful situation on the petrol stations. Everyone wants to buy some petrol and maybe some water. As usually, it's taking like 5 hours to reach to Lviv, but now we are moving more than 8 hours and we're still on the road. I also have one stop on the petrol station, and everyone are frightened really, but everyone helping each other. If someone needs some water or some help with the baby, everyone helping each other. During my road, a lot of friends from Kyiv called me. They asked to help me with the apartment in Lviv or in the western part of Ukraine. So I was just like calling, helping, finding some flats. Of course, my house is also open for them, and some of them are moving to me already. We saw a lot of Ukrainian militaries on our road to Lviv, and it was very interesting feeling, because we saw our army. We was a little bit frightened, you know, but all people were saying hello to them and showing their respect. We believe and we hope that they will protect and save us.
Gilas Pilipinas will be facing India for their first ever game in the 2023 FIBA World Cup Asian qualifiers later today. Marty Bautista has the story.
The Gilas Pilipinas' first match for the 2023 FIBA World Cup Asian qualifiers begins today as they butt heads against India. The team took to Smart Araneta Coliseum yesterday for the last training session before the game. And the lineup is finally complete. Gilas Pilipinas features seniors Kelly Williams and Roger Pugoy, and amplified by the young guns such as Blue Eagle brothers Ange Kouame, Dwight Ramos, and Thirdy Ravenna. Players like Robert Bolick, Lebron Lopez, and Juan Gomez Deliano are also present to boost the squad's skill set for the upcoming matches. The Gilas squad is currently under the wing of Coach Chot Reyes after replacing Coach Tab Baldwin. But according to Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas President Al Panlilio, past is past and they're ready to focus on these qualifier matches.
We're just so busy preparing for this window, and then Chot is running it simultaneous with the TNT. At the end of the day, it's nothing personal to me. It's not to my benefit. I think what I look at is what is important is how do we work on the program of the federation? What is best for the federation?
Yesterday, New Zealand won over India by a 55-point lead, winning the match 101-46. Nonetheless, India is ready to give their all for today's match against the Philippines.
And then we are coming game by game. We are forget this game what we are playing today. We have a good part of the game today also, and then we will try to continue this what we are did in our training camp, and then prepare for a games. We will try to make in a whole game what we have. That is 2 more games. One game is Philippines tomorrow, and then again we have to face New Zealand.
Gilas Pilipinas will tip off their match against India today at the Smart Araneta Coliseum at 6 p.m. For News 5, Marty Bautista. We are One News.
Here's a quick look at some of today's headlines. As tensions rise even further between Russia and Ukraine, other countries' economies, including the Philippines, are affected. Presidential Advisor for Entrepreneurship Joy Concepcion is calling to reopen the economy as much as possible to help it ride through this impending crisis. Despite the COVID-19 pandemic, a few people still went to the People Power Monument in Quezon City earlier today to commemorate the 36th anniversary of the 1986 EDSA Revolution. And the FIBA World Cup qualifiers continue, with Gilas Pilipinas squaring off against India at 6 p.m. And those are the top stories at this hour. Join us again later at 2 p.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime and anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.